So one thing about Daniel, for those of you who don't know, is he was very Zillow heavy, and he was paying for Zillow every month and getting a good amount of leads from Zillow. And he took a huge leap of faith a couple months ago to cancel all that out and just focus on these lists. Categorize people, just focus on these lists. And as you all heard, now what he's starting to see is, six referrals come through from that, which is awesome. One big focus, even with referrals or any type of leads that we like to do, is we want to automatically classify those leads as either a B, or C lead. Okay, and I'll go through those classifications right quick. So an A lead fits three of these qualities. Okay, they were referred with value. Okay, so someone referred that person over to you. They said Holly is a phenomenal real estate agent. You just have to give her a call. She's going to take great care of you. Okay, they were referred with value from someone. The next thing about them is they are willing and able to do a real estate transaction. Okay, so they have a job or they have money. They're in a position, they may own a home that they're able to sell, so they are ready and they are able to complete a real estate transaction. And the third thing is they are willing to follow your process. Okay, so you're not getting pushback on when it's time to get pre-approved. You're not getting pushback on meeting for a buyer's consultation. You're not getting pushback on you going to their home for a listing presentation. This is the true definition of an A lead. Okay, they fit all three of those qualities. Now, a B lead is someone who is missing one of those. Okay, so missing just one of those. And then a C lead is someone who is missing two or more of those. So what our focus needs to be is really trying to get those A leads in. Okay, and a lot of times we see more A leads from referrals. All right, when someone is passing you a referral, not only are they wanting to help this person on the other end, but they're kind of vouching for that person who they're referring you. Even that conversation goes differently. Hey, this is a friend of mine's. I already told them X, Y, and Z about you. They're waiting for your call. They are excited. They're like, think about if you got that call, how that would make you feel. You would probably drop everything to call up this referral because they are that good. Versus that C lead you get that maybe comes in through Zillow or a random place on Facebook that inquired about one of your properties, and you've called them 8 times and they're not answering. You've texted them. Then next your phone number's blocked, but you spent all this time trying to get in front of this person, or you might have spoke to them, then next they've canceled the appointment, or they've just went ghost, or once you start talking about the money, then they don't want to do anything else. So just really think about and evaluate the leads that you are getting, and know that we want to focus on those areas and those people that can give us more of that A business. And it does take a little while. It takes a little while because essentially what we're doing is we're training that person on the other side. Okay, we are training. When we call our past clients, when we call our referral partners, when we call our VIPs, we're essentially training them to send us business. With everything that we do in our marketing plan, with the letter of the heart, with the gifts, with the events that matter, with the classes, everything that we do is essentially training someone to be in business with you. We're creating a marketing team out there of people subconsciously. Okay, and that's what we want, because what that'll do is that'll slow down, and it'll be cheaper for you to market your business. Like, if at the end of the day that all you have to do is sit for an hour or 2 hours and make phone calls to people who you already know, like, and trust, people who are already in your corner, versus trying to be on 10 different sales calls with all these companies that are kind of trying to sell you leads and guarantee you leads. You don't know if it's going to work or not. Then you spend all that money and the leads are crap. Like, that's not the business that we want to build, because it's so exhausting and it's discouraging. You get mad at the end of the day once you put all that money into it. So 3 things that we want to make sure that we are doing when we're on the phone in Power Hour. All right, because of course you can use the Ford script, but if your lists are too small and you're not spacing them out a lot, then it's going to seem like you're always talking about the same thing. All right, so we can identify 3 different things in our calls, in our Power Hours, that can assist us with the next Power Hour call, that can assist us as being valuable, that can assist us in a number of ways. The first thing you can do on these calls is find a need, okay? Find a need that this person may have. We're in such an interesting time right now where a lot of people have a lot of needs. People have a lot of needs. Unfortunately, unfortunately for some people, those needs aren't necessarily the best needs, because it could be a job, it can be we need food, it can be but a lot of people have needs right now. And us as agents, we're oftentimes very well connected, especially if you are building out your referral partner list. We're so well connected to where we can help people with a lot of things. So you want to find that need. The next thing that you want to do on that call is fill that need. Okay, provide them with a solution. Even if you don't have that definite solution, like this person will 100% help you, or I can do this that'll 100% help you. Let them know that you have an idea of something that could work or a way to help. And then the last thing you want to do is ask for the order or program them. Okay, so ask for the order is basically, asking them for that business, asking them for the opportunity to work with you, asking them or programming them to send you business. So for instance, that client that I was telling y'all about when I first started speaking, I didn't think that they would do anything else. So I wasn't asking them for their business. But what I was doing every time I would get on the phone with them, I was programming them to send me business. So an example, that script would go something along these lines. Hey, Daniel, I know, you are so well connected. I see your Facebook, and it looks like y'all are always out at an event. Have you heard anyone recently talking about real estate, whether it's buying, selling? Have you heard anyone around the neighborhood?
At this moment, no, I haven't.
Okay, Daniel, well, if you wouldn't mind, can you keep an ear out for anybody who could be talking about real estate? I'm always trying to work my business, and I know if it's anybody who you are around, I want to know them, because you are awesome. So would you mind doing that for me?
I'll definitely do that for you. Go ahead and send me your information. That way I can forward that to anybody that is in need of any real estate, have any real estate needs.
Awesome. I will do that. Yeah, I just created this new awesome brochure. And so, yeah, you can feel free to distribute that wherever you want. I sincerely appreciate it.
Definitely, I'll do that.
All right. So that was an example of programming someone, getting someone out there to essentially work for you. And now when it gets to that second, third, fourth, 10th call, you now have something you can always ask them. Hey, I'm not asking you to do a real estate deal, but hey, Daniel, I know the last time we talked, I told you about the new brochure that I created and sent it over to you. Did you get a chance to take a look at it?
Actually, I did. I saw your brochure. It looks really awesome.
Yeah, man, I worked so hard on that. Have you happened to hear from anyone lately?
No, it's really informative. I do have probably a friend that kind of, hinted about buying a house. I was showing him, he came over to my home and he asked. So I'm definitely
Okay.
going to give him your brochure.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Daniel, and I'll follow up with you in probably 3 weeks to a month from now, just to check in on you and check in on that. So again, if you hear of anybody, just feel free, pass my info, or you can give me a call right there when you're with them.
Of course I will, and thanks for following up with me.
Yep. All right. So that was an example of that follow-up call. You're still programming them. You're still letting them know, keep that ear out there. What's going to happen is the same thing that happens when someone buys a new car. You know, then you start seeing that car everywhere. When you start programming people, next thing you know, they're going to start hearing about real estate everywhere. You know, and the fact that they have your marketing materials, the fact that they're in your corner now, that light bulb is going to go off every time. And then they know that you're going to be calling back to follow up about this. And it's non-intimidating. You know, I'm not forcing you, but it's just a casual conversation. All right. So does that make sense for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about finding the need. And an easy way to identify this, to find the need, is by starting out with that Ford script. So for those of you who don't know what the Ford script is, the F, O, and RD just basically stands for four different things. And it's our conversation. It's a non-intimidating, easy to have conversation when you are calling your list. So the F is for family. Simply asking someone, how's your family? What are y'all up to? All that good stuff. The O is occupation. All right. And this is a big one that when I've been on the phone lately, it's been coming up a lot. You know, so occupation. Oh, I've been furloughed, or things are slow at work, or, you know, I've lost my job, whatever. Okay. It's been coming up with that occupation a lot. So I've been able to quickly identify needs when people are talking about occupations. Okay. Even if they're talking about family, oh, graduation. Yeah, my daughter's not able to have a graduation. She was looking for it. She was looking forward to it, and this and that. That's still a need right there, because my creative brain goes, okay, what can I do to make something super awesome for his or her daughter, because they are missing graduation. So maybe I can send over there a happy graduation gift or congratulations something, but still a need. With the job, right? We're so well connected with people, and we know how to do research. You know, we can track someone's phone number down. We can track someone's email address down. We know how to mine people on LinkedIn. So when people are starting to talk about jobs and being furloughed or being fired, you know, ask them, what industry were you in again? Oh, what were you doing? Well, the reason why I ask is because I'm connected to so many people, you know, even just through real estate, and I'm still seeing posts out there from people who are hiring, and some of my connections have actually sent me emails to ask me, did I know anybody, because they haven't been wanting to post on just like those big job sites. So what I can do is I can take a look around for you to see if anything pops out that, you know, could fit your field. Would that be helpful? Yeah, sure. You know, I'm not guaranteeing them that I have a job or, you know, a job lead for them, but I'm letting them know that I'm very well connected, and people reach out to me for just about anything. And I'm going to keep an ear out for you. You know, I'm going to make sure that if something crosses my desk, then I'm going to let you know. Okay. I'm doing the same thing for them that I'm going to eventually program them or ask them to do for me. All right. So that was the F and the O, occupation. The R is recreation. So anything recreational that they've done, you know, it could be as small as going out to the park, or going to a family reunion, or um, whatever. I've been finding needs with that. I mean, I've been filling needs with that. When someone tells me like, oh, they're just bored and sitting in the house and going crazy, and or they miss their family and they haven't been able to see them. Something that my family did, we did a virtual bingo night where we had everybody here on Zoom, and there's this website, and I'll get y'all the website that you basically go to from your phone, and start like a little group, and everybody gets to generate a bingo card, and you just make sure that nobody else on your Zoom has the same bingo card, and one person calls the number out. And it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. It was fun in a sense of like, who would have thought bingo? I mean, I've never ever ever played bingo with my family, but the fact that we were doing it through Zoom and we were all bored, and it just brought that connection back. So even being able to fill their need with activities that they can do with their friends, family, things to stay connected, they'll sit there and say, "Wow, I never thought of that," or "Oh yeah, send me that link," or whatever, anything that you've seen that could work, fill that need for them, you know. And then D and Ford is for dreams. So anything that people are planning, a lot of people are planning vacations. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of people are planning vacations for when this quarantine ends and for when things really open back up, because a lot of people are feeling just trapped. I'm one of them. I'm feeling trapped. I can't wait to get out of this city. But so here's what I chose to do with that. I found that one of my past clients has a little work from home travel agency that, and she's been sending me advertisements for it for a while. So I gave her a call one day during my power hour, and her need was, not a lot of people were traveling, so she was losing a lot of money with that. Well, the way that I wanted to fill that need was, hey Macy, yeah, I've been getting a lot of clients who are actually telling me that they can't wait for this to be over so that they could travel. Would you mind if I start passing them your information? So, I know they probably can't do anything right now, but I feel like having someone like you in their corner to keep them updated on things would be very beneficial. She loves that. The people who I'm talking to are loving that because they have like a real person. And when I tell y'all, she's been very beneficial, like even to the point where she's been sending me lists of places that are open, how open they are, what are the requirements there, like do they require you to wear a mask, or is it like a 10% full type of deal. So she's been very beneficial just for me. Yeah, what's up, Paula? Or oh, I thought she was saying something. So I've been able to bridge just that connection. So all in all, there's always some type of beneficial thing you can do for people. So I don't want you to stay in the mind frame that I was in, where it was like, oh, I just talked to them, or oh, I just called them, and they're gonna get annoyed with me. Because as long as you identify what these needs are, you can most likely figure out a way to fill their need, thus becoming beneficial to them in some kind of way. Now, during this power hour, we like to break them up into theme days. So I'm going to run through the theme days right quick, because a big thing from a lot of people is, who do I call? Who do I call? When do I call them? And the theme days really helped me out because I wasn't calling the same people every day. I was able to cycle through my list like once a month. So I was only actually calling people once a month, but it was keeping my power hour full. So Monday are my VIPs. Your goal for this VIP list is to get it to 50. You want to have 50 people on this list. The goal is to get it to 50. It won't happen overnight. I mean, mine started with like 5, and then it went up to like 15, and then it lingered around 20 to 25 for a little while. But the big goal for the VIPs is to get that list to 50. And watch for these indicators. Watch if somebody's sharing a post of yours consistently. Watch if they send you a referral, if they're calling to check on you. That's a VIP. If somebody calls you and drops somebody else's name, says that, yeah, I talked to your friend such and such, I met them at a bar and they were telling me all these great things about you, and they said that I have to meet you. Okay, now this person just became a VIP. All right, so that's Monday. Tuesday are your status update calls. This is where you're going to be providing updates to clients that you are working with. all clients that you're working with. So if y'all are in the finding a home phase, still update them on Tuesday, update them on the market, what's happening in the market. Okay, update them on new homes you found for them that you want to go and see with them. If there's somebody who you have their home listed, even if you don't have a new contract, a new showing, anything, update them on what you're working on behind the scenes. That's how you're going to be able to keep business, by the way, with these update calls, because that's a big way for people to know that you are still working for them. Okay, especially with listings, you know, because we'll get listings sometimes, and unless something happens, we're not even saying anything. But constantly update people, even if you just did shared a Facebook post or posted in a group, tell them, because if you don't, they're going to think you're not doing anything. Okay, so with these status calls, though, I'm calling lenders, I'm calling the title companies, I'm calling the actual clients. If there's anybody else involved in the transaction, an inspector, whoever, insurance agents, I'm getting an update from everybody on their part in the transaction, and then I'm updating my client with the final result. Yeah, this is what the title company needs. This is what your lender says. The lender says everything is on track, but they're going to be calling you to get your insurance agent information soon. So I reached out to the insurance company, which is a referral of mine, and she's willing to give you a free report on this and that. Like, I am calling them with a hefty status of all kinds of things. Okay, those are for the people who are under contract. So you're doing this status call. Update your lenders. If you got someone pre-approved with a specific lender and y'all haven't found a house yet, still call that lender and let them know, hey, we were out this weekend, they still didn't find one. Here's what seems to be the hang up. I mean, they're falling in love with homes that are, you know, multiple offers, and they just don't feel like they can win. Sometimes the lender, they may have a trick, like, oh, well, try this. These people, you know, I'll give a credit to the sellers, or, you know, whatever, but provide that update call. Wednesday are going to be your hot and your old leads. So those are people who have just been sitting in your database. They may have came through on Zillow from your profile. They may have came through on Facebook. You may have talked to them 6 months ago and they said that they would be ready in a year. You may have met them at an open house and you just want to follow up with them. So your new and old leads, call them all, just to get an update. You know, if it's somebody, they could be in my database from 2 years ago. I'm going to call them. Hey, did y'all ever end up buying a house? Oh, okay. Since you didn't buy a house, why'd y'all put it on the back burner? Well, here's the market right now. Like, interest rates are even better than when y'all were looking before. Whatever you have to say, just open that door back up. Okay, if it's somebody who did buy a house and they're in your database from 3 years ago, you know, it's a huge statistic out here that most times people are going to hire a brand new agent because their previous agent didn't follow up with them, or they lost contact. And if you know in your market that people are typically moving every 3 to 5 years, hell, the fact that they were in your database from 3 years ago now might be that time that you want to give them a call. You know, yeah, they might have worked with another agent back then, but it's coming up time to where they may want to move. We're seeing a lot of multiple offers right now. So I love bringing that up. Like, hey, sellers are getting top value again right now, even in the midst of all of this. You know, get those wheels turning, and then you're going to keep up with them. You're going to continue following up with them. Thursday are going to be your past clients. Okay, so people who've already closed with you, they could have closed a month ago, they could have closed 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You're still calling them. This is a great theme day to use the Ford script with. Okay, they're already past clients. You're not necessarily trying to sell them a piece of property right now, but you're going to be programming them. You're going to be checking in on them finding those needs, providing solutions, all that. And then Friday is your referral partner day. So these are your builders, your financial advisors, your divorce attorneys, your hairstylists, your insurance agents, whoever you have in that referral partner category. Your referral partner list too, you want to get that to 50. You want to have goals with these lists as far as how many people that you have on them, because if you do these activities that we preach in Power Unit and you do them consistently during that power hour every day, just imagine if all of your referral partners sent you one deal a year, which is the only requirement that I have of them. I only ask for one piece of business all year. I'm going to invite you to my events. I'm going to send you gifts. I'm going to send you letters. I'm going to call you. All I just want is one piece of business. Naturally, most times you're going to get more, but I'm only asking for one piece of business. But there's 50 of them. And then there's 50 VIPs. And then there's 150, 200 past clients that I'm cycling through. Not to mention the new leads and stuff. Okay? So you want to make it a goal, and we'll go through next week a little bit more on how to build these lists effectively, how to categorize people, how to take people off, how to add people on, what to look for. We'll get into all that even deeper, but you want to have a goal with these lists. And I cycle through VIPs. I take people off sometimes every 6 months, but I cycle through my list. But I'm also constantly updating the list because my goal is to have 50 people on these lists. All right. So again, you want to surrender. You want to surrender. Don't think about what they're going to think of you. Don't get anxiety like I used to do. Just do the activity. Just do the activity. Make those calls every single day. May not start off easy. Okay. I'm not expecting you to be a pro at it by the next time that we talk. But what I do want to hear is that you tried it every single day. Okay. Monday through Friday. Even if you want to start off with just 30 minutes, I would rather know that you actually did it. If you don't have your list created, just you can either go into the file vault, or you can go into, I think it's lesson 1. The PDF downloads are there in the lesson 1 PDF, where it has the list for you to be able to put the name, the email address / address, the phone number, and print out those lists. I literally still have I showed y'all my binder last week. I have them in a binder where I just open it up. I open it up to whatever day it's on, and I get to calling. Okay, they're already there. Now, what I've done is I'm able to break it up. So since I have 4 days a month, 4 Mondays a month that I'm calling my VIPs, as my list grows, I break them up into equal parts. So 25% of it the first Monday, 25% of it the second Monday. So that way you're cycling through once a month. You're not calling them every single week. All right. But that's how you can break up your list. So take some time, if you haven't yet, and create your lists. If you have created them and you've just been running with it, it may be a good time to reevaluate the list. It may be a good time to update your list. If you're using an electronic CRM and the paper, make sure both things reflect the same thing, but we got to keep our lists tight. So that way we're able to have an effective power hour every day. All right. Any questions?
Yeah, I want to share here. I was doing the math. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 12 referral leads for the past 2 months, which is at top Zillow. Out of those 12, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pre-approved already. And out of those, I'm actively searching houses right now with 3. The other one on vacation, but we're going to start again with that one. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those 12 are in the process of trying to get the pre-approval. Of course, there's a few challenges, but I've been actively finding them lenders, kind of guiding them in their credit. And one is a seller, so they're probably a sell either way. But yeah, all referrals. None of them really are family members. One of them is my insurance agent. One of them is my cousin. The other one is a cousin of my wife, and this is a friend. These two I referred from other clients. So yeah,
Yeah.
I got that many right now, all referrals, and I didn't pay little or nothing. I was paying them at one point $2,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I did my Q1 and I saw my net, I was like, oh man, I lost too much money on Zillow for what I was getting. So I'm closing one Zillow lead today, but I mean that's one out of I've been having it for 4 months. That's just not right.
Right. Right. Yeah. And everyone, I know this may seem like a simple activity, like, oh yeah, just call for, but for one, it's not that simple. And when you start doing it, you're gonna see challenges. But this is one of those activities that if you consistently do, like Daniel just said, you're gonna see a different type of fruit. You're gonna see a different type of income from it. Your business is going to change. You're not going to be doing business with tire kickers. The big goal of Power Unit, and it says it everywhere, even on the website, is to build a long-term sustainable business. And as this happens year over year, as you start to work with more people from these referrals, you're just building and swelling your database. Okay. Then you're going to have 100 people to call a month. You're going to have 100 VIPs to call, and then you're going to have X amount of past clients to send a gift to, but you're going to see things just rolling in. Okay. And it's going to get to a point where it's difficult to even track, because you've just been doing the same thing every single week. So you don't know what call it was that got it, but hey, it popped off today. Or I trained them and they were out there listening. So, finally 6 months later of me consistently calling them, they gave me a $500,000 deal or $1 million deal. And it all made it worth it from just sitting down, making the call. Okay. Any other questions?